everyone, welcome back to What's on My Plate. So for tonight, I'm making a chicken pot pie. Quick, easy, and you're going to love it. So let's get started. Okay, so today we're making a chicken pot pie, and it's gonna be so simple and quick. So I have my chicken broth there, I have some flour, butter, chopped celery, so that's 2 celery stalks, that's 1 small diced onion, that's 1 large clove of garlic. This is light cream. I have a bag of frozen vegetables which I defrosted overnight. I just left them in the fridge, and if I drained whatever water came out of them. I bought a rotisserie chicken. I pulled it off the bone and I just roughly chopped it, just because I don't want like big long pieces when I'm eating my food. So pulled it and then just chopped it. And I bought pre-made pie crust doughs here. They do have a lid. I got 2 of them. I wanted a deep one, but the deep frozen dish did not have a lid. So I just got these 2. And they do come with a lid. So that's why I'm saying it's so quick and easy, because we're just going to start putting it together and it's going right in the oven. So we'll get to those steps next. Okay, so let's get started with this recipe. So I already started melting 4 tablespoons of butter. So while that is melting, we're going to go ahead and add our onion and our celery. Our celery, and that's our onion. So we're gonna saute this until it just softens, just about like 4 minutes or so. So just mix this up in there. And I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of salt on this, just a little drop. Okay. I like to add my salt while it's sauteing, even though I'm still going to add more seasoning. So, okay, so this is going to be like 4 minutes or so, and then we will get to the next step. And the reason why I'm doing a pot pie is because my husband loves chicken pot pie, and he bought we went to a farm, and they had these pot pies and everything, and we're like, wow, that's gonna be amazing. Well, we cooked it the other day and it was not amazing. So I'm like, you know what, let's just, you know, make this stuff at home instead. The only reason we bought it was because we thought, you know, it's a farm, you know, it's fall right now. Instead of just going pumpkin picking and stuff, we thought it would be great, but it wasn't. So I'm making my homemade pot pie. Okay, so that just needs about another minute, and then we'll get to the next steps. Okay, so now it's been a few minutes. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my garlic. So this is 1 large garlic clove. So add that in, mix it up. You can always add garlic powder, but sometimes it's just, it makes a huge difference when it's like something fresh. So that's my garlic. And now what we're going to start doing is we are going to start seasoning this. So we need I want to put my vegetables in first. So I'm going to put my vegetables in here first. Okay, and then we're going to start seasoning everything. Okay, so I'm doing a ½ teaspoon of sea salt, a ¼ teaspoon of celery seed. So this celery seed is kind of strong, but you need that flavor in there. 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. This seasoning has rosemary, thyme, basil, so it's 1 teaspoon of that. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of paprika. Okay, so we're going to mix this all up. You could smell it. It's all coming together. Okay, so I'm going to just raise the heat just a little bit, and now I'm going to go ahead and add my flour. Okay, so that was 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So then just mix it up. Okay, and I just, actually it's on a medium low. So once the flour goes in, I just like to cook it out a little bit. Okay, so just like a minute or so, cook that flour out. And this is just so quick. Okay. Now what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start adding my chicken broth. Okay. That was a 1.5 cups. I'm just going to add another half a cup. So it's 2 cups of chicken broth. Okay, so get that flame on higher a little bit. Okay. Okay, it smells wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to add a half a cup of light cream. Okay, then we're going to mix this, and we're going to just cook this for about like 4 or 5 minutes, so it's all incorporated, and then I'm going to add the chicken. We just need this to thicken up a little bit. And also, before it goes into the pie shell, definitely taste it to see if it needs any more salt or any other seasoning. Okay, so this is going to start thickening up. So we're just going to simmer this again on like a medium heat. Once it bubbles up a little bit, just get it to a simmer. We don't really want it to start bubbling too much. Okay, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. As soon as you start seeing it thicken up, then that's when we're gonna go ahead and add the chicken. So lower that flame. I did taste it. Oh, it's amazing. I'm just gonna add just another little sprinkle of salt in here. Okay, so I did a half a teaspoon, and now I just added just like about an 1/8 to a 1/4 teaspoon more. But you taste it, and you might not think it needs any more. So I'm going to add my chicken. So it's a rotisserie pre-cooked chicken. So this already has flavor as well. So just add that all in. Okay. And just mix it up. Look at that. This is going to be so delicious. And literally, it did not take me any time at all. Okay. That looks so good. It smells so good too. Okay, so my pie shells are already done and they're ready. I'm just gonna let this just cool just for like a few minutes. I don't want it to go in piping hot. We're also gonna need 1 egg so we can do an egg wash on top. So I'm gonna get the egg now, and I just wanna show you this. Look how good that looks. It smells amazing. So we'll get to the next step. Okay, so while it's cooling off just a little bit, I forgot to say, just add like 2 tablespoons of butter and just let it start to melt, and then just mix it up after it melts, just for some extra flavor. Okay, so here's 1 egg, and I added about a tablespoon of water to it. So I'm just gonna mix this up, and I'm just gonna set it aside. And then we're gonna start filling our pie shells. Okay, so my butter's melting in here. Just gonna give it a little mix. And my pre-bought pie shells are 9 inches each. And the bag of frozen vegetables was a 16-ounce bag. I don't think I said that before, but I'll write it down in the description. I always write the recipe. So let's just start filling this up. Okay. So here's my pie shell. I'm going to grab a big, large spoon. I'm going to put it right in there. This is going to be delicious. So I'm going to actually do them both at the same time. I just want to make sure I have enough for each one. Okay. You can also add potatoes in here, but I just wanted it to make it easy for myself. Okay. Yeah, so just divvy up the filling between both. Okay. Let me just move that. Look at that. And it smells amazing. So go ahead and just smooth it out. Okay. All right. I did not pierce the bottom of the shell, but I am going to pierce the top of it. So here is the top of my pie shell. Just put that right on top there, like that, and then just pinch it. Okay. This is going to be so great. The deep dish ones would probably be great also, but I just really wanted a top crust. Look at that. And you can make this ahead of time. If you let the filling cool off and just then add it here and then put it in the refrigerator, you could bake it the next day. Look at that. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3. And this is basically just letting the steam come out. And then, of course, we're gonna add some of the egg wash on top. Usually they put it just so you just put it on the ends, but I just put it all over. Okay, so just get that on top. Remember, I did add like a tablespoon of water to the egg mixture. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go like that. Okay. And it was just so easy, right? To just use a rotisserie chicken that's already pre-cooked. So this one's all done. I'm just gonna add it there. And then I'm just gonna do the next one. Okay. There we go. Just add it on top. And pinch. Okay, so this is going to go in a 425 degree oven for approximately 30 minutes, or until you see the pie shell start to crisp up and brown a little bit. If you feel like it's crisping up really quickly, then go ahead and put foil all over it, or just cover the whole thing with foil, whatever's easy. Okay. What a great quick meal this is. I didn't even have to cook all the chicken. I didn't have to do any of that stuff. Just do this. Look at that. What a great, quick, and easy pot pie. So in the oven, this is going to go. Before I do that though, I like to put paprika on top. Paprika has a lot of flavor, but it also brings the color out. So I'm just going to sprinkle some paprika on top, so there's extra flavor in that crust. So look at that. Look how good this looks. I know the lighting in my kitchen is just a little dark, but look how good. So those are 2 9-inch pies. Look at that. Okay, so in the oven they go, and I will show you when they come out. I did want to tell you that I am putting it on a baking sheet underneath these pot pies, just in case it starts to drip a little bit. It can be caught on here, and plus the store-bought metal trays are a little bit flimsy, you know, so you just want to make sure you can secure it. Just wanted you to know. Okay, so I just took my pot pies out of the oven. Oh, they smell amazing. So once they come out, just let them rest for a little bit, so this way you can cut it and it doesn't all fall apart. Also, I cooked it for 35 minutes. I think I had said 25 before, but it's 35 minutes, you know, or until you see it start browning on top, because everything is basically cooked in there and it wasn't frozen. But look how good these look. So these are my pot pies. I will cut it in a few minutes and I will take a picture and show you, and I thank you for watching what's on my plate. Okay, so here is my delicious pie, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Cut it like this. I did let it rest for a little bit, but you know, I want to eat it while it's hot, you know. The crust is nice and crunchy, and no juices fell out on my tray when I cooked it, just so you know. Okay, let's see if we can get this out. Oops. Okay. Look at that. It's intact. Look. The bottom, you could see through here, it's all crispy, all inside. No watery, not watery, no watery juices. And that's because I think when people add the frozen vegetables, even if it's just frozen peas, you have to cook it out in the filling, so this way you know that you're not going to have any water in there. Look at that. Looks perfect. Okay, so here's my piece. Look at that. So much chicken in there. Okay, it's still hot. I'm just going to have some See, the bottom's crispy crust. See, look. You can see the bottom. Oh my gosh, this is too hot. Oh, hot. That is so delicious. Look at that.